What do almonds, orange juice, poultry, and yachts have in common? They have all landed in the middle of a brewing trade war between the United States and the European Union. On Wednesday, EU member states approved a set of 25% tariffs on a wide range of American products. This is in direct retaliation to Washington's 25% duties on steel and aluminum from the EU. Let's break it down. This is the EU's first counterstrike in what's shaping up to be a full blown trade war launched by US President Donald Trump. The targeted goods include almonds, orange juice, poultry, soybeans, steel, aluminum, tobacco, and yachts. The final list of products wasn't immediately made public, but it was shaped by intense lobbying from EU nations. Hungary, for instance, made it clear it didn't support the move. France, Ireland, and Italy pushed hard to get Bourbon whiskey removed from the list. Their concern: Trump had threatened a massive 200% tariff on European alcohol if Bourbon was included. The EU's retaliatory tariffs will affect around 22 billion euros worth of US imports annually. That's slightly less than the 26 billion euros worth of EU exports hit by the US customs duties, which came into effect on March 12. The EU has stretched the timetable to leave room for negotiations with the US. Duties will begin rolling in from April 15 and could continue until December 1st. Maros Sefcovic, the EU Commissioner for Trade and Economic Security, said Monday the bloc would start collecting a first tranche of tariffs from April 15, with the second wave coming on May 15. The US has imposed 25% tariffs on EU cars and 20% reciprocal duties on nearly all European imports. That affects 70% of EU exports to the US. Sefcovic laid out the stakes. The US tariffs are impacting 380 billion euros worth of Europe's exports to the US, around 70% of total exports. That's over 80 billion euros in duties, an 11-fold jump from the 7 billion euros the US currently collects. The European Commission is already working on a second retaliation package. It's expected early next week. The Commission stated, and I quote, "The EU considers US tariffs unjustified and damaging, causing economic harm to both sides, as well as the global economy." It added that the EU prefers a negotiated solution, one that's balanced and mutually beneficial. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen echoed that tone. "We are prepared to respond, but it is not too late to address concerns through negotiations." Tariffs are on, talks are still possible, but neither side is backing down. And with over 22 billion euros in US goods now facing retaliation, this is no longer just a policy clash, it's a high stakes economic confrontation. Stay with us as we track the next moves in this escalating trade war.